this part of the blog tutorials in Django, we're going to continue with our project. If you can remember, in the last part of our project, we completed the home.html and base.html. So our templates are completed, and now we want to add a folder related to our static files in the main directory, my site. So here we have 3 folders: templates, my site, and blog. So I'm gonna create one folder for the static files. I'm gonna call this static, and I'm gonna cd to static files folder, static folder, and here I'm gonna create another directory for media. So I'm gonna call this media, and we will have inside of the static folder we have media. So this is the place where images are gonna be stored. So we can run the server, and in the admin panel we will be able to add the images, and they will be stored right over here. So let me see back to the main directory. There we go. So we are in the main site, and so what I'm gonna do is to clear the terminal. So now what we should do is to set the root and the URL of the static files and also the media files inside of here. So we have the static URL already written here, but we also need to add the static root, or actually the media root. So first of all, let me import OS on the top of the page, on the top of the settings.py. And so import OS. There we go. So right over here, before the static URL or anywhere around it, you can write media underline root, and here we're going to write os.path.join. So base directory, so base directory, and inside of the media folder. So this is actually because it's inside of the static folder, static slash media. There we go. And now we need to determine the media URL, media underline URL equals to, and this one is right this way, media. And so the next thing we should add is, now the next step is to write the static files underline dirs directories, and here we can add, so in the next line I can write os.path.join, and in here I'm going to place in base directory, and then comma, and here we're going to place static. So this is the address of our static files. So the next step is to switch to urls.py. Don't forget to save the settings.py, and let's head over to our urls.py. Now what we are going to do is to import from django.conf.urls.static, import static, and also from django.conf import settings. So that's it. Then I'm going to add this to our URLs, static, and then here we're going to write settings dot, and here we should add the URLs of our static files. So our media URL, media underline URL, and then document root. So document root equals to, so here we're going to address the place where the root of our static files is. So this is settings.media root. So actually this should be written with small letters, media root. So that's it. That's it for our urls.py, and we're ready to see everything. And if there's no problem with our codes, if there's no error, if we run the server, we should be able to see the one blog post that we have created, and then we can add other blog posts and see them on the home page. So what I'm going to run is to run python manage.py run server, actually python 3 manage.py run server. There we go. Don't seem to have a problem. Let's find out what that is. So type object post has no attributes object. This is related to here where we wrote post.object and we should have written objects.all. So let's see where we wrote this instead of the views.py. So let me fix that inside of my views.py. So it is in the blog folder, views.py, and so here we are, objects.all. So objects, and so let's save this. We shouldn't have any more errors. And now let's refresh the page, see if we have any more. Everything is working. So there we go. As you can see, we have our blog, we have the footer, we have the card, we have the shadows, we have the writer, the photo that we hadn't uploaded, and this is the date, right? And also this is the link related to my blog. If I click on it, it will then be on the home page, and this is related to adding the new posts that we haven't completed yet. So if I click on this, nothing appears, only a hashtag in the URL. So right now I can add another blog post and test it on my main page. So let us enter admin. So here we are in the admin page, and let me add another post. So here I'm gonna write my blog. So I can write my content, and the author is me again, slug my dash content, and then I'm gonna write, so this is my content, and it is very, so here I'm gonna test the truncate property we add for our text, so very long. So, and I'm gonna put exclamation mark so many times so that we pass the 200 characters. So I think we've passed that, so let's choose an image. Now I'm gonna choose a file from my desktop, and so a photo. So I'm gonna select this, and so it's been selected. Let's see what happens. Now we have saved the post. We can also add an image for this file called Arashtad services. So I can add a photo for that. So now let's add the photo, and here we are. So let's save this. And now let's get back to our main page here. And as you can see, we have the logo of Arashtad. inside of here, and also the photo related to my content. And as you can see, we have a read more, which you can click on and see read more, but we haven't completed that part of our template. But this one doesn't exceed 200 characters, so if we click on read more, it won't make any difference. So that's it for this part of the tutorial. We've managed to complete our homepage. So in the next part, we're going to add the comments sections, also the post pages, and also other data related, other parts related to our. So as you can see here, we have the images folder inside of the media, inside of the static folder, and we have these images that are uploaded over here. And so we have a lot more to write about this code, and this project is going to continue. So make sure you also watch our other videos. So that's it for this part of the tutorial.